All right. Hello, everybody. Tom Caldabiano here. ELR 360 live on a Sunday. What time is it? Let me see. Let me check all of these things. Obviously, I'm not in my normal location. So let's go over. Let's see if we can go live here. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Sunday after the big reunion show. So let's see. Let's go here. I had to find Wi-Fi, so I apologize for people who tuned in. And I was desperate to find Wi-Fi, so let's do this. Let's see, how do we use comments? Okay, I have to, there we go. There's the framing. Wow, this color looks yellow. What am I looking at here? Oh, there's a picture of Brad Garrett. Signed picture of Brad Garrett. All right, let's do some questions, because I'm gonna go live for an hour later in the week, either Monday or Tuesday, and I will be answering all the questions about the 30-year reunion show. I was going to not be able to go live, and I actually found some Wi-Fi. So hello, everybody. Let's answer a few quick questions about the anniversary show, and then let's bring up let's say some hello to people again. Tom Caldabiano here. Everybody loves Raymond. ELR 360 tonight. I'm in a bar setting, right? Am I in a bar setting? Hold on, let me fix my hat. The color, so this is the color temperature. If you're a photographer, the color temperature here is what's known as warm, extremely warm, 3200. Aloha Bob in Hawaii. Hi Tom and the ELR family. Hello everybody. Hello Donnell. Hello Mona. Let's say hi to Mona here. Let's see. Hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Sunday after Thanksgiving, and it's a busy travel time, and I am traveling, but I will be able to go live. I want to answer everybody's questions about the ELR reunion special, which was the highest rated special of the entire year for CBS. It was so high that CBS said, hey, we would like to play it again later this week. And so it's almost unprecedented that on network television, they replay something twice. And I will tell you the irony of all of that stuff. Kathy from Bose, is that what I'm seeing? Hi, everybody. I'm just going to bring these up. Again, Tom Caldabiano here. I'm only going to join you for a few minutes because I'm in a funky setup and I had to steal some internet, but I just wanted to go live because we're coming off of the reunion special. I will tell you everything that happened with the reunion special. I know many of you have commented you're disappointed that you didn't see more of me. I sat for 30 minutes. I was instrumental in making the entire thing happen. I sat for 30 minutes, and in the editing process, you have to figure out what services the story. So just like with Stefania Alex Meneses, you didn't see her in the special, and she was there, and she's such a big part of the show, but they had to cut the show down, and the actual runtime was 66 minutes, which is 90 minutes of television. And the irony of ironies is that we, Phil Rosenthal, Ray Romano, we were like, hey, why don't they make it a 2-hour special? And CBS said, we're going to make it a 60-minute special. And then it became a 90-minute special. And then after it aired and scored the highest ratings of any show that year, the highest rated special that year for CBS, they said, hey, can you now make it 2 hours? But it was, and we'll air it again Friday. And so I believe the powers that be, the producers are like, listen, it's Thanksgiving in the United States. We can't add another 30 minutes in one day. And it's also one of the biggest holidays of the year. So they reran it, but there's other things in the works. So that's great. So hit me with a couple. Again, and let me know Monday, Tuesday, possibly tomorrow, depending if I can pull it off. But I'll give you plenty of warning, and then we'll be back in our normal setting, and I will have my normal professional setting and demeanor, etc. But I just didn't want to leave that until then. Okay, let's see this. Let me do this, and now I do this. What is that saying? Mona, I watched it again and have it recorded to watch again and again. Yes. And I believe it could have for those of you, it could have easily been much, much longer, I'm assuming. Hello to my friend Gil in the UK. How are you? Leslie. Hi, Leslie. I love the anniversary special. I did love how they acknowledged and remembered Sawyer. Yes, that was a tricky subject, which I think they handled it very well. Hi, Paula. How are you, Paula, in Canada? If you don't mind me asking, oh, that's a dangerous way to start it. If you don't mind me asking, when was the 30th anniversary special filmed? These are very specific questions. The 30th anniversary special. So there was a lot of people interviewed, including Letterman, which is a huge get that they got Letterman. So there were 80 seats, I think, available to the public. 4,000 people tried to get in. It was filmed October 18th at CBS Television City, and I believe we started filming at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., somewhere in there, etc. And that's set for everybody. Everybody, that's set. Okay, hold on. Let's bring up this one. Mona, and the first time I watched it, they cut off the last 3 minutes. So when I recorded it again, I added 3 minutes. Smart, very smart. Hi, Carol. Mick loved 3 loves the show. More would have been great. Thanks. Yes, I think we all agree that 2 hours would have been it would have been plenty. It would have been a lot. Greetings from Charlotte, North Carolina. Loved, all caps, the special. I kept rewinding it. There were so many great moments. Yes, I think I would agree. Tom, on the episode High Depth Tiger, Frank paints the house. What was actually used to spray Doris Roberts' face when they were painting the house? Yeah, Doris Roberts was paid. It begins with an L. Rhonda Robinson told me what it actually was. It's a paint. It's a children's paint. If you guys guess, you guys are smarter than me. Cumulatively, down version of this safe paint that children paint with. Yes. Okay. So here we go. Have our friends in the UK seen it? Channel 4 in the UK or something has to air eventually, I hope. Okay, it's on Paramount Plus. I believe somebody wrote me that in Australia, you cannot get it. Let me see. Are they going to be doing another one? And Tom, did you see the YouTube that was put up? That got over 4,000 watches on it. I didn't see what that is, Mona. I will have to go. Hi, Donnell. Was it Lime Wash? No, it was not Lime Wash. Excellent guess, though, Donnell. Let me see. They can watch the YouTube that's up. Is it a piece of it, etc., etc. The tributes made me tear up. Yes, hard not to tear up. Carol Nickerson. My only complaint was in the first half hour they showed the audience a lot. I preferred to see the actors since their time was precious. Too much audience time, Carol. I will make that note for next time. The people in the audience were excited, I'm sure, to be seen. But I will have to watch again and see what the feeling. Where are we, everybody, on that? Too much audiences? Because Karen, you used a VPN and watched it on the CBS app. Brilliant for anybody. Tom, check your messages on Messenger. I sent you the link to YouTube. Okay, great. I will do that. I've been traveling, so it's hard. We use it in my classroom. Hi, David. What was that, Kim? In disguise. We use it in my classroom with my 4-year-old. Missed one topic there. Let me just go back a little. Let me go over to Instagram and say hi on Instagram. Holy moly, look at all that stuff on Instagram. Okay, let's go. I agree about the audience. Too much audience. I wish it was a half hour longer so that extras could be introduced. Yes, I have no complaints. Loved every minute and recorded it. Yeah, so that's one of the show business things, which is leave them wanting more. And so if you do that, they will want more. So nobody is saying it should have been shorter. So that's a good sign, but I agree it could have been longer. It's pretty interesting. it's pretty interesting what ended up on the live show versus what we saw in the audience. So, Kristen, you were there at the filming. There was a lot of stuff that was cut, right? A lot of stuff because you guys saw. And so, just so you know, when you're editing a show, they're shaving off seconds. So, for example, Phil Rosenthal told a story about the baggage episode, right? The baggage with the suitcase, the suitcase on the stairs. And he said, Tom Caltabiano, our single writer, he told that whole story about how I said, this is crazy, Tucker, move the suitcase. And all the married men were like, do not move that suitcase. Great part of the story. That got completely cut out, okay? Alex Meneses got completely cut out. I'm 1/10 of a second in that show, right? Steve Scrovan, very short. If it didn't service the story, they had to make decisions. There was a whole tribute to the fathers, which had to be cut out. So many things that you guys didn't see, and I don't know, hopefully they make a longer version. But for broadcast, again, they were worried that nobody would watch. And like I said at the beginning, for those of you just joining, it was the top-rated. As a side note for those of you who have watched, let me go way back up. And catch up. Hi, Tom, the look and the new background. Leo, yes, this is we're in a downstairs bar. Let's call it that, because we have some signed photos on there. Am I frozen? No, hopefully not. Yeah, I didn't even ask how my audio is because I'm just going to my phone. Okay, a few more minutes, folks, before people discover that I'm broadcasting live from the basement of their house. Hello, Tom. Yes. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. I assume it's very cold there. Reunion was awesome. So love seeing so all compliments. Great. Loved it. That's Bill and I laughed out loud. Oh, that's Pam. Because, when you say Bill, it's like, how are people supposed to know Bill? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I know who Bill is. That's great, Pam. I'm glad to hear that. And again, for those of you that wanted to see a lot more of me, I had no control over the final thing. And, Ray, I watched it with Raymond. At his house with his family. And it was very interesting to watch because Raymond obviously loved it. What was I going to say? Yes. So, if those of you who have tuned in, the set from that TV special is now residing in Long Island at the Long Island Museum of Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame. So if you guys go to Stony Brook, New York, that exhibit will be up for a full year. And I do know you can buy our forks and spoon magnets, which are custom-made magnets. You can actually buy them at that exhibit. It's the only place you're physically able to buy them. Okay, back to a couple questions before I wrap it up and come back for a more detailed, less rushed discussion of the entire 30-year. And Kristen, you were there. A couple of our viewers here were there. We're lucky enough to get in. They should have mentioned Ray's parents and Amy's dad. Ray's parents and Amy's dad. So Ray's parents and Amy's dad. Okay. I think they did, right? Didn't they do it? Are you talking about Ray's real life parents? Or you're talking about, yes, you have to be talking about Ray's real life parents. So there was a section about Max and Albert that got cut out for time. And there was a section, there were a couple sections, okay, let me go back here. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Let me see this. Let me catch up. Wow, I have a lot of catching up. Let me go all the way to the bottom. Wonderful reunion show. Yes, compliments, all they good. Will they show the special again? They showed it twice in 1 week, and they may show it again. It's available on Paramount Plus, so you can stream it anytime. I read that 6.32 million viewers and scored exceptionally high and became the most watched primetime entertainment special of 2025. Yes, you are correct. A giant hit. Mona, if you come back this week, you think you could come back a little earlier or a little later? I know I'm asking a lot. So Mona, you like everything but the time I go live. Is that what I'm hearing? Let me know the time and I will let you know. Love that it was long, 90 minutes. Enjoyed it. Leslie, yes, which is phenomenal. Okay, final questions, folks. Tom Caltabiano here. Not at my normal location. I would like to come back during the week because there's so much to share about the 30 reunion. I want to answer everybody's questions. So get all of your questions ready, please, please, because I don't want to leave anything unanswered. Let me pop back over to Instagram and see these things. Kristen, where were you sitting, Kristen? I'm going to publish a photo. You got to point out where you were. Why didn't you say hello to me? I know I probably looked busy taking photos, but I could have. I could have said hello. Tom, can you show us the sections that were cut out? I can't. I have a couple behind the scenes things that I videotaped. So it's the property of Fullwell, which is the production company that did it. So I don't have that footage, and it's just know that Alex Meneses, myself, Steve Scrovan, all of the writers, they were Letterman, all of them were interviewed for 30 minutes at least. So, and what ended up on the show was probably the most 3 minutes of any of those. Like Letterman was the longest. He got the most time because, let's face it, without Letterman, there would be no Everybody Loves Raymond. You were fourth row, right side, blonde hair, black blazer, gold buttons. Okay, so right side as you're looking at the audience, or right side as you're sitting in the audience looking out? So you were on the right side. I'm going to assume you meant in the bleachers, you were on the right-hand side looking out. Okay, so you must have been near Lorraine Boyle, Peter Boyle's wife, I'm guessing. So I'm sure that I have photos of you. Okay, let's keep going, and then we will say goodbye and meet up later in the week. So Mona, tell me what time you would like me to go live. Tell me what time, and I will do that time. Because you would like it earlier or later, but just not this time. Of course, we have to make it agreeable to everybody in Australia, in Europe, etc., which can take a little bit of time. Okay, let's see a couple more questions. What was Doris shot with in the face? Pam. What is the name? Donnell, you can keep guessing. It's a type of children's paint, and it was thinned out. Rhonda told me at one time, I have it written down, and I can't remember. I'm going to do that take one time at the end of the show because you couldn't clean up Doris. You know, I think I posted a picture of her also with that the wardrobe shot of her. Where am I? Okay, on Instagram, I have to remember this thing. Okay, final questions before we come back again. Hi, Anne Marie. Good evening, Tom. I'm on late and I missed the reunion special. Wow, double demerit. It is on. I don't know. There might be. They repeated it twice in 1 week, which is very hard. Hi, Lynn. So I don't. Hard to go. Could you play it a third time? I don't know how the ratings were. Maybe Deb, Tucker, Frank can tell us how the ratings were. I cried when I saw Lorraine Boyle and the tribute to Doris and Peter. Such a it's sad to know. Did you come on late today, Tom? Okay, Deb, are you keeping track? I didn't even think you were going to come on due to the holiday. Whoa, snow coming on Tuesday, 1 to 3 inches. Your video is skipping now then on here, just to let you know. Okay, yes, that's why I have to come back again. Okay, 5 more minutes, folks, and then I will see you again later in the week. So yes, I think I had to find a place that could support, and usually I could do it just from my phone, but I realized if I do it from my phone, then I'm only on Instagram or one of the outlets. So I didn't want people to be waiting, etc. Bob, was there an after party after the show? So here's what the arrangement was, and I'll go into detail when I'm doing it. Bob, excellent question. There was a soundstage next to the soundstage. We shot it on the soundstage where Carol Burnett's show was shot at CBS Television City. And next to it, Phil Rosenthal had hosted a show for all of the cast and crew with tons and tons of food next door. So that once the show wrapped filming, it lasted a little bit longer then, but there were some people that we have not seen in 20 years since the day that we stopped. Kathy, Judith, you are saying, I'm going to bring that up because you are right. You are right. There you go. That is the type of paint that was used on Doris Roberts. Is it, how do you pronounce it? Tempera or tempura? It wouldn't be tempera. It would be tempera is paint. Now, those of you who are holding your head and going, why can this guy not pronounce simple names? It was a thinned down version of that paint. Thank you, Kathy, Judith. I think we have a prize for you, I hope. Ratings were very high once again. Twice it scored that? Wow. I saw a photo of you all at... hi, Mona. I saw a photo of you all at Phil's restaurant. Yes, Phil has a restaurant called Max and Helen's. Oh, good. I missed you when you first came on today. Glad you will come on again. Yes, I will come on, and we will really, figure out all your credit. I watched the reunion 4 times already, Paula. That is what's called an addiction. It was amazing. So nice to see Sullivan and Madeline. Yes, Madeline, who just, and I'll tell you when we were filming, when she came out, people were, I'm going to be very frank, people were like, wow, she looks like she's gained weight. And the first thing she tried to say was, I just had a baby. I really just had a baby. But they got waylaid. So the studio audience didn't hear that she just had a baby for quite a while she was sitting there talking. You could hear it pretty quickly. Hi, May. Yes. Let's see what you, right here. Yes. Would have loved the public to know about the theme song. I saw the gentleman who created the theme song, met him at Paley, but the backstory would have... Yes, that is Rick Murata, who is the music director. He was there. He looked, as he usually did, like a former rock star. He's still a rock star. So yeah, that's a great one. We'll have to have him as a guest, and we'll have to find out the whole information about it. You met him at the Paley exhibit. And again, go to the Long Island Museum of Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame. Limehoff is the acronym, and you will see it. Hi, okay, Bob, last few questions. Phil posted a video of the writer's room with Bob Odenkirk, David Cross, and Brian Posehn. Very funny premise and execution. Yeah, so that video, I'm in the writer's room, and I lock up, and then David Cross and Bob Odenkirk, who is Better Call Saul, you know him as that, he came into the writer's room. And they did a funny sketch. Now, there's some swearing in it, so Phil shared it, and he tagged me, and I shared it for those of you, be warned. But it was a very funny sketch about that. And for you that don't know, Bob Odenkirk is a very funny comedic actor and comedian, and they had a show called Mr. Show. And it was phenomenal. We used to watch it. It was one of the only things we ever watched in the writer's room religiously. And when you're trying to impress other comedians, it's very hard. Okay, final questions. Hi, Peter. I've been watching, I'm reading, I don't know you, unlike like Bob in Hawaii or Paula or Gil, for years and years and years. Really love to see what a beautiful, beautiful, sentimental thing when that one of the, hold on, sorry, I'm trying to think this through a bad screen. Twins on Real Life, it was sad to see him go. I know you can't bring everybody back, but love the characters, love the thing, appreciate everything that everybody has done. I'm a big fan. Peter from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Mississauga, I'm going to go with Ontario, Canada. Very nice sentiment. Thank you, Peter. That was a very, very nice sentiment. A lot of new followers here. For those of you who don't know, I'm Tom Caldabiano. I was a writer on Everest Raymond. I also took 30,000 behind-the-scenes photos unofficially, off the record. Wasn't supposed to take them, but I did anyway. Just like of the reunion. The reunion special, I took 4,000 behind-the-scenes photos, and I will post them as soon as I can get a chance to go through them. Okay, let's see this. Final questions. In the episode, she ate a fly. What did she really eat? She ate a raisin. She ate a raisin, although some people say it was some beef jerky. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining. We watch every night. We try to see who can guess the episode first. That's a really good guessing guessing game. Okay, Tom Caldabiano, I'll see you later in the week. Get your questions ready. It will be more relaxed. I will be in my normal setting. We will be able to have a lot of time to talk and answer questions. I really appreciate you guys watching. It's so awesome that it was the highest rated special of the entire year. And let me know, do you guys want to see another special? Should we do a Christmas special? Would that be nice? Why not, right? I think what it proves is how much people like Everybody Loves Raymond. Okay, Tom Caldabiano here saying I'll see you next week. I'll see you later this week at some time. Mona's going to send me my report time, and I will figure it out. But right now, it'll be 2 o'clock, either Monday or Tuesday, Hollywood time. So the same normal time. See, that's the thing, Mona. People are used to coming on time. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Please keep your comments coming. I will post answers if I can, and if not, I will answer them to you live. All right. Have a good rest of your Thanksgiving weekend for those of you in the United States, and I will see you guys shortly.